There is a quiet strength in warmth, and one of the most powerful ways it appears is through a genuine smile combined with a relaxed presence. Many people believe attraction is created through grand gestures or perfectly chosen words, yet the truth is often much simpler. When a woman enters a moment with calm confidence and a natural smile, she immediately changes the emotional atmosphere of the interaction. A genuine smile is not about performing happiness, it is about expressing openness. When someone feels that openness, they instinctively relax. Think about how different it feels to speak with someone who looks tense or distracted compared to someone whose expression communicates comfort and curiosity. The difference is immediate. A relaxed presence tells the other person that this moment is safe, unforced, and real. That energy invites connection without pressure, and it allows the conversation to unfold naturally rather than feeling like an interview or a performance. What makes this gesture especially powerful is that it communicates interest without demanding attention. A warm smile paired with calm body language signals that a woman is comfortable with herself and comfortable with the moment. Confidence is often misunderstood as dominance or intensity, but true confidence often appears as ease. When a woman shows that ease through her presence, she creates a space where the other person does not feel judged or evaluated. Instead, they feel welcomed into the conversation. This feeling has a strong emotional impact because people spend much of their lives trying to prove themselves worthy of attention or approval. When they encounter someone who simply receives them with warmth, it can feel surprisingly refreshing. The smile becomes more than an expression on the face. It becomes a signal that says, "You are allowed to be yourself here." That message can dissolve tension very quickly, and it encourages the other person to respond with more authenticity and engagement. Another important element of this gesture is its authenticity. People are extremely sensitive to emotional signals, even when they do not consciously realize it. A forced smile or rehearsed reaction often creates distance rather than connection, but a genuine smile that comes from real enjoyment or curiosity feels different. It reaches the eyes, softens the tone of voice, and changes the rhythm of the conversation. Authentic warmth cannot be perfectly imitated because it comes from an internal state. When a woman is truly present and enjoying the moment, her smile reflects that inner comfort. This authenticity makes the interaction feel meaningful rather than superficial. It shows that she is not trying to control the situation or impress someone. Instead, she is simply allowing the interaction to unfold naturally. That authenticity often encourages the other person to mirror the same openness, which strengthens the emotional bond between them. Finally, the combination of a warm smile and a relaxed presence has the ability to transform ordinary interactions into memorable ones. People may forget the exact words spoken in a conversation, but they rarely forget how someone made them feel. A moment of genuine warmth can linger in someone's memory long after the interaction ends. It creates a subtle emotional imprint that draws people back toward that feeling. This is why the gesture can have such a powerful effect in relationships. It does not rely on complexity or strategy. Instead, it relies on the timeless human need to feel welcomed and appreciated. When a woman carries that energy into her interactions, she brings a sense of lightness and sincerity that naturally attracts others. The smile becomes more than a simple expression. It becomes a doorway into connection, understanding, and emotional comfort. One of the most meaningful ways a woman can create a strong emotional connection is through attentive listening. In many conversations, people are not truly listening. They are waiting for their turn to speak, preparing their next response, or thinking about how they will appear. Because of this, genuine listening has become rare, and when someone experiences it, the effect is powerful. When a woman gives her full attention to what someone is saying, she communicates respect without needing dramatic words. Her body language becomes calm and receptive. She maintains gentle eye contact, nods naturally, and allows the other person to finish their thoughts without interruption. This kind of listening tells the other person that their voice matters. It shows that the moment is not a competition for attention, but a shared experience. Many people carry invisible pressures and worries, and when they feel truly heard, those emotional barriers begin to soften. The connection that forms in that moment often feels deeper than any clever line or impressive story. Attentive listening also creates a powerful sense of validation. When someone feels understood, they experience a quiet form of emotional relief. It is not about agreeing with everything being said, but about acknowledging the feeling behind the words. A thoughtful response, such as a curious question or a reflective comment, shows that the message was not only heard, but considered. This encourages the other person to express themselves more openly. Instead of speaking carefully or defensively, they begin to relax and share more naturally. The conversation becomes more authentic because the pressure to perform disappears. In relationships, many misunderstandings happen not because people disagree, but because they feel ignored or dismissed. When a woman demonstrates attentive listening, she prevents that emotional distance from forming. She creates a bridge between two perspectives, allowing both people to feel included in the exchange. This gesture quietly communicates maturity and emotional awareness. Another powerful aspect of listening is the sense of safety it creates. Emotional safety is one of the most attractive qualities in any relationship because it allows vulnerability to exist without fear of embarrassment or rejection. When a woman listens without rushing to judge, correct, or dominate the conversation, she sends a clear signal that the interaction is a safe place for honesty. This does not mean she loses her voice or opinions. Instead, she chooses the right moment to share them. By first understanding the other person's thoughts and emotions, she shows patience and empathy. This balance allows the conversation to grow rather than collapse into disagreement or tension. The other person begins to feel comfortable expressing ideas, concerns, or even insecurities. That comfort deepens the emotional bond because it transforms a simple conversation into a meaningful exchange of experiences and perspectives. Over time, attentive listening becomes one of the most memorable qualities someone can bring into a relationship. People may meet many individuals who speak confidently or tell interesting stories, but they rarely forget the person who truly listened to them. That experience stands out because it satisfies a deep human need to feel acknowledged. When a woman offers this kind of presence, she does something quietly powerful. She turns a conversation into a moment of understanding and connection. The other person leaves the interaction not only remembering what was said, but also remembering how valued they felt in that moment. This lasting emotional impression is what strengthens relationships and encourages people to return to the connection again and again. One of the most subtle yet powerful gestures in human connection is the way someone uses eye contact. Soft, steady eye contact can communicate interest, confidence, and warmth without the need for many words. When a woman looks at someone with calm attention rather than quick glances or distracted movements, it signals that she is fully present in the moment. This presence immediately changes the tone of the interaction. The other person begins to feel acknowledged in a deeper way because eye contact creates a direct channel of emotional communication. It is not intense or overwhelming, but gentle and natural. The eyes reflect curiosity and openness, which encourages the conversation to flow more easily. Many people underestimate how meaningful this small gesture can be. A simple moment of attentive eye contact can make someone feel that their words matter and that the interaction is genuinely valued. In a world full of distractions, that level of presence feels rare and refreshing. Soft eye contact also communicates confidence in a very graceful way. Confidence is often misunderstood as boldness or loud energy, yet true confidence can appear quiet and composed. When a woman maintains relaxed eye contact while listening or speaking, it shows that she is comfortable with herself and comfortable with the interaction. She is not seeking approval, nor is she withdrawing from the moment. Instead, she meets the conversation with calm assurance. emotions. This balance creates a sense of stability that people naturally respond to. The other person begins to feel more at ease because the interaction does not feel forced or uncertain. Eye contact becomes a silent message that says, "I am here with you in this moment." That message reduces tension and invites authenticity. When both people feel comfortable maintaining that connection, the conversation becomes smoother and more engaging. Another reason soft eye contact has such a powerful impact is because it helps build trust. Trust often begins with small signals that show sincerity and attention. When someone avoids eye contact constantly, the interaction can feel distant or distracted. But when the gaze is steady and relaxed, it communicates honesty and openness. The key is balance. The eye contact should feel natural rather than intense. It should come and go with the rhythm of the conversation, accompanied by gentle expressions that reflect understanding or amusement. When this balance exists, the other person begins to feel emotionally safe. They sense that the interaction is genuine rather than guarded. This sense of trust allows the conversation to deepen because people feel comfortable sharing more about their thoughts and experiences. The eyes become a quiet expression of empathy and interest. Over time, these moments of eye contact create a memorable emotional experience. People often forget specific details of a conversation, but they remember the feeling of being truly seen. Soft eye contact plays a powerful role in creating that feeling. It transforms ordinary exchanges into moments of connection that linger in the memory. When a woman carries this presence into her interactions, she communicates warmth and confidence at the same time. She does not need dramatic gestures or constant talking to leave a lasting impression. The quiet sincerity in her gaze already speaks volumes. Through this simple gesture, she shows respect for the moment and for the person in front of her, allowing the connection to grow naturally and meaningfully. One of the most powerful ways to strengthen connection in any relationship is through sincere appreciation. Many people wait for large achievements or dramatic efforts before expressing gratitude, but the truth is that relationships grow through the recognition of small moments. When a woman notices and appreciates even simple gestures, she creates an atmosphere where kindness and effort feel valued. This does not require exaggerated praise or dramatic reactions. Instead, it comes through a genuine tone of voice, a warm expression, or a few thoughtful words that acknowledge what the other person has done. For example, recognizing a thoughtful message, a kind action, or even the time someone took to listen can make a strong emotional impact. These small acknowledgements show that the effort did not go unnoticed. When someone feels that their actions matter, they become naturally more motivated to continue investing energy into the relationship. Appreciation becomes a quiet force that strengthens emotional connection. This gesture also changes the emotional environment of the interaction. When appreciation is present, the conversation feels lighter and more positive. People naturally move toward environments where they feel respected and valued. If someone constantly feels that their efforts are ignored or taken for granted, their enthusiasm slowly fades. But when appreciation is expressed regularly, even in simple ways, it creates encouragement. A woman who recognizes these moments shows emotional awareness and generosity. She is not waiting for perfection before offering kindness. Instead, she acknowledges the small steps that build trust and closeness over time. This approach helps both people feel comfortable contributing to the relationship. The interaction becomes cooperative rather than competitive. Each person feels inspired to bring their best energy into the connection because their effort is seen and welcomed. Another important aspect of appreciation is its sincerity. True appreciation does not feel like manipulation or strategy. It comes from genuine recognition of another person's effort or intention. When appreciation is sincere, it strengthens trust because the other person feels understood rather than flattered. A simple phrase delivered with honesty can carry carry more weight than elaborate compliments. The key is noticing real moments where someone has shown kindness, attention, or thoughtfulness. By acknowledging these moments, a woman communicates that she values character and effort, not just outcomes. This sends a powerful message about the kind of connection she wants to build. It encourages the other person to show more of their authentic self rather than trying to impress through grand gestures. Appreciation becomes a bridge that connects two people through mutual respect and encouragement. Over time, this habit of appreciating small efforts builds a strong emotional foundation in the relationship. People remember how their actions were received. When they consistently experience gratitude and recognition, they associate the relationship with positivity and emotional safety. This makes them more willing to open up, contribute, and remain present in the connection. What begins as a simple acknowledgement gradually grows into a culture of mutual support. A woman who practices this gesture brings warmth and encouragement into every interaction. She does not need dramatic declarations to make someone feel valued. Her ability to notice and appreciate small efforts creates a powerful emotional impact that strengthens connection and keeps the relationship growing in a natural and meaningful way. One of the most meaningful gestures a woman can offer in a relationship is a calm and supportive response during moments of stress. Everyone experiences difficult days when pressure from work, responsibilities, or personal worries begins to build. In these moments, people do not always need solutions or criticism. What they often need most is a sense that someone is standing beside them with understanding. When a woman responds with patience and emotional steadiness, she changes the energy of the situation. Instead of adding tension to an already stressful moment, she becomes a source of balance. Her calm tone, thoughtful words, and attentive presence communicate that the challenge does not have to be faced alone. This gesture has a powerful effect because it replaces pressure with reassurance. The other person begins to feel supported rather than judged, and that feeling naturally strengthens emotional trust. Supportive responses also demonstrate emotional maturity. When someone shares frustration or concern, it can be tempting to immediately correct them, argue with their perspective, or dismiss their feelings. However, a thoughtful response focuses first on understanding rather than reacting. A woman who listens carefully and acknowledges the difficulty of the moment shows empathy and patience. Even a simple statement that recognizes the effort someone is making can shift the mood of the conversation. Instead of feeling misunderstood, the other person begins to feel that their experience matters. This kind of emotional awareness encourages openness. When people feel safe expressing their concerns without fear of criticism, they are more willing to communicate honestly. That honesty strengthens the relationship because it removes the barriers that often grow when people feel they must hide their struggles. Another important part of this gesture is the sense of stability it creates. Stressful situations can make people feel overwhelmed or uncertain. When a woman remains calm and supportive, she becomes a steady presence in the middle of that uncertainty. Her composure sends a quiet message that difficulties can be faced with patience rather than panic. This does not mean she ignores problems or pretends everything is perfect. Instead, she approaches challenges with balance and perspective. That balanced energy often helps the other person regain clarity and confidence. Knowing that someone believes in their ability to handle the situation can restore motivation and determination. Emotional support in these moments becomes a powerful reminder that relationships are meant to provide strength during both good times and difficult ones. Over time, this consistent support builds deep trust and appreciation. People remember who stood beside them during moments of pressure and uncertainty. When a woman responds to stress with empathy and calm encouragement, she becomes associated with emotional safety and reliability. The relationship begins to feel like a place where both individuals can face challenges together rather than alone. This shared strength creates a strong emotional bond because it proves that the connection is not limited to light or easy moments. It can also hold steady during difficulty. Through this simple yet powerful gesture, a woman shows that true connection is built not only through joy and excitement, but also through patience, understanding, and steady support when life becomes demanding. There is a special kind of energy that brings life into a conversation, and that energy often appears through playful warmth. This does not mean constant joking or trying to entertain someone every moment. Instead, it is the light, positive spirit that makes interactions feel relaxed and enjoyable. When a woman carries this playful warmth into a conversation, she changes the emotional tone immediately. The interaction stops feeling serious or pressured and begins to feel natural and comfortable. A small laugh, a gentle teasing comment, or a cheerful reaction can transform an ordinary moment into something memorable. This playful energy shows that she is not treating the conversation like